Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a quick update about Busola Dakolo and Biodun Fatoyinbo. Earlier this year there was a case presented to the public about Busola Dakolo. She claimed that Biodun Fatoyinbo allegedly sexually assaulted her in 2002 while she was in Ilorin. She did a interview with Y Niger, who is a popular media outlet in Nigeria, and the interview was very explosive because Biodun Fatoyinbo is a very high earning pastor in Nigeria. He's the CEO and he's the owner and the pastor in charge of Koza Church. Koza Church is a very affluent church in Nigeria. Their headquarters is in Abuja, and they have quite a huge amount of followers and members. So every Sunday they get nothing less than 2,000 people attend their services, and apart from Sundays, they host other events during the week. Let's say Wednesdays or Tuesdays, and everybody in the church loves Biodun Fatoyinbo, and he's very well respected. People really look up to him. Apart from his church members, a lot of public figures as well love Biodun Fatoyinbo. They all stood up for him when the allegation was brought to the public about this Busola Dakolo, and a lot of other women as well in the industry supported Busola. So it was a huge divide, caused by this case. Yeah, so the Biodun, Busola Dakola and Biodun Fatoyinbo case really caused a divide in our society in Nigeria because, on one hand, people were sure that she wouldn't lie about something so embarrassing and so deep to her, and on the other hand, they're like, Biodun Fatoyinbo, he's not that kind of person. That's not his character. But I think the straw that broke the camel's back was, when other COSA members came out to share their story as well about how Biodun Fatoyinbo inappropriately touched them and all this stuff. But fast forward to yesterday, there was Busola Dakolo, took the case to civil court, and she wanted a judge to decide on the matter and judge it in a court of law so that there is an official filing about the case, because a lot of people were like, okay, let's say she's come out about her story, why is it that she hasn't pressed charges? Why hasn't she done anything? So I think that's what prompted Busola Dakolo to to take the case to court. Now the case was taken to the Federal High Court at in Abuja, Court 12, Federal Capital Territory in Abuja. And the judge who was presiding was Justice Othman A. Musa, and he ruled in favor of Biodun Fatoyinbo because he said that the case of the rape case was unfounded. They didn't have a case. The case was practically empty. It was all sentimental and circumstantial evidence. There was no concrete proof that he did anything to her. And the statutes of limitation has already passed. This case happened in 2002, and we're in 2019 right now, going on to 2020. So even if there was evidence, it's going to be really, really hard to find. You know what I mean? It's going to be extremely hard to find. And when the case went to court, a lot of people mentioned it, that it would be so hard for Busola Dakolo's team to prove, guilt, and to prove that yes, he actually committed this crime. So the judge threw the case out, and he also awarded Biodun Fatoyinbo 1 million naira, in damages. He said that, and I quote, um, he said, Justice Othman A. Musa, in giving judgment, held that the matter amounts to injustice and an abuse of the judicial process, adding that the case is empty and purely sentimental. Justice Musa said that her case was aimed more at cruelty than obtaining justice. Now, this is a lot to process because, a lot of people were in uproar about this case. This case was extremely important to Nigeria and to Nigerians because we've seen a lot of instances where pastors misuse their positions, a lot of instances. And Nigeria is a breeding ground for churches. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of churches in Nigeria. So these pastors make money from their members, you know but at the same time, if the legal system says that there was no case and the case was thrown out, then I guess congratulations to Biodun Fatoyinbo for winning this case. Even though they didn't really go to court, they just decided that the case was dismissed and there was not enough evidence. This is still a win for Biodun Fatoyinbo and Koza Church as a whole. Now, saying that, I say this to say a lot of people also, brought up the fact that the case was taken to a court of law that was in a state that Biodun Fatoyinbo is has a strong presence because the headquarters of Koza Church, that's the Koza Commonwealth Zion Assembly, is in Abuja. That's their main headquarters. You know what I mean? And that is where Biolu Fatoyinbo and his wife, that's where they reside. You know, Busola Dakolo and her husband, they stay in Lagos. But this case was taken to Abuja. So a lot of people mention the fact that it's because the case was taken to Abuja. A lot of people also mentioned the fact that the case should have been taken to a whole different jurisdiction so that, the judge or the lawyers are not going to be, bothered by the media, skeptical. You know what I mean? Everybody thought that it should have been taken outside Abuja because, to give the case a fair chance, to give Bosala a fair chance, to give Biodun Fatoyinbo a fair chance. But, as faith may have it, in this particular case, in this particular instance, the court of law in Nigeria ruled in favor of Biodun, and you know history is on his side right now because it was held in Abuja and he practically won the case. So now it almost seems as if, was all that story about the rape, was it fabricated? Was it a lie? So it's kind of like uncertainty, you know, because if they went to court and everything happened is a different case. The case was dismissed totally. So that means it was reviewed, it was analyzed, and they decided if they wanted to proceed or not. And the judge decided not to proceed. So, but anyways, guys, tell me what you think about this video. Tell me what you think about this story down below. Don't forget to like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.